Good evening, PCC. We are MarMar, and we're here to do an original piece for you. This piece is about two young girls who share the same childhood. Maria's character is going to tell you about her life and where it's gotten her to now. And my character is going to step in and say, hey, you're not alone. So I hope you like it. We're going to start with the mother because she stood there with her long brown coat and hat slightly tipped to the side. She slides her key into the door, opening her eyes to a humble home of rest. She notices clothes on the floor, but still she tries her best to make her way up the stairs the best of her ability. When she hears a faint voice say, Mommy, Mommy, look what I did today. No, not now. Can't you see that I am busy? So this young little girl has no choice but to drag her doll down by her side as she makes her way in front of the television. Day in and day out, I used to walk about the house wondering, do you love me? Once again, you left me lonely today. But that's okay. There's always tomorrow. That's when maybe we can go and borrow that new Princess movie that you promised me, right? I love you, Mom. But that was a long time ago. Long ago, before I realized that I came last, the days began to pass, years went fast, just rolling around. There was no sound of communication that came between us, but I made do with what I had. I did pretty good for myself, don't you think? Look at me now, Mom. I stand here right before your eyes. Each and every day, I'm outlining my imperfections with my Maybelline shades, designed to fade away my multi-intellectual, semi-contextual, reciprocate the mental, converge into sexual healing. I'm feeling the words that he's feeding me. He's sliding his hand up my thigh, and I'm asking myself, why am I letting this happen? Because you see, I was never taught the lines of respect that a real woman should receive. Instead, I became victimized by this young boy's eyes that came to my mind with his infinite lies and defied my every and any instinct I had to trust in someone else. Because I am not strong enough to do this on my own. So I lied. I did need you, but the closest connection I had to you, the closest thing I ever had to knowing what a real role model even sounds like, was sitting at the back seat listening to your work conversation as I played with my bracelet that said, what would Snooki do? But I'm done, and I'm tired for calling out for your attention. Just 5 minutes of your time could prevent another teen suicide intervention. But did I forget to mention that by the time you finally took down to schedule me into your busy schedule, the consequences have already been paid. For I already hold the lifeline for the plus sign as I hold my hands over my stomach and whisper to myself, it's all mine. Wait a minute, where are you going? You can't just run away from this problem. I know what you're feeling. I've been there. I've been in your shoes, so it's no news to hear this feeling of being neglected. I know the feeling. The feeling when you're at home alone and no one's around and you're just wondering, for once I'd like to have this family dinner that I see on this TV screen. For once I like to have this family that I see on the TV screen, although ultimately you have already defined an impossible probability for me to even have this picture-perfect life that I see on this screen. So I'm moving on, and now I'm here. I'm standing here, I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and you're wondering if I even have the mind capacity to handle the thought of the terrible deck that you've been dealt. And you're wondering, have I ever faced the fear of being another silhouette just standing in the line waiting for my turn to be hit under the belt? But you know what? I'm standing here, I'm looking at you, and I believe your life to me is only as bad as you projected. So for you, my thoughts will remain protected by these walls I built up, by my memories collected. So feeling so utterly and mentally, so mentally rejected by this negative way that you just suggested, tested. Of course I have been. There were times in my life when I felt like no one in this world shared a single care for me. My emotions were put down so deep in the ground that eventually I just wanted to be there right next to them. Bury me, please. And at this moment, I said to myself, young girl, what are you doing? Get off your knees, pick up your feet, and listen to me. Young girl, you have no idea what it means to be devastated by life. What you're feeling right now is only a minor stumble. Don't let it crumble you down. Raise up your guard, pick up your feet, and listen.
could be worse. Instead of standing here, lines rehearsed, I could be holding you in my arms, praying for you to hold on. Instead of here reciting this piece in front of you, I could be compressed under tons of rubble composed by my whole environment of living. Instead of standing here under these lights, I could be screaming for my life as a man holds me down because he doesn't understand that I am also another man's daughter. But I'm not, I'm here. So instead, I'll applaud her and hope that at this very moment this young girl will realize that I am here as your savior. I am here to help you. Help me help you.
Help me help myself.
Help me help someone else. Help us to help you realize that life is worth living and you will get through.
That's what I'm talking about. Real soulful music, just soulful words. Mama, forgive me for the smoke smells on my shirts. I know it hurt the day I told you I gave up on church. But believe me, my faith in God is even stronger. I no longer confess my sins to a middleman. Now I speak directly to God. And everything from my job, my music, my school, and the time I'm fooling around, I know I'm hardly around. But ask YFAMD, I'm forever brown. Get
y'all ready for little Jesse? Yo, 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 yo! Might sound nice, check 1, check 2. Yo. Where's my sound go?
Where is my sound? Can I get down? Peace to the love, peace to the brown, to the black and the white. You gotta get right, you gotta live life. You gotta think once, you gotta think twice. You gotta get an education, you gotta eat that rice. Yes, this is life. PCC, 1, 2, 3. YFAMD, I am. Get a plan, get a man, get a woman, get a job, get some education, realization on top. Education, Obama administration, but still I got a realization. Forget legislation, think Emancipation Proclamation. That leads you nowhere, nobody cares. Get